and I've never been to one. So she's like, we gotta stop. So we stopped there for lunch, and it was actually really good, dude. They actually have really good food.
What did you have?
I got their Philly cheesesteak. So
really
bomb.
good tacos.
Really? I hear everything there is good. I mean, from what I've heard, I don't
I
know.
haven't had everything.
Yeah, I haven't either. Their Philly was really good. Then from there, we just cruised straight up to West Yellowstone. Stayed at the KOA. Got there, got checked in. Went up into the Bear and Wolf Refuge that night because an entrance pass is good for 2 days. So we went up that night and got to look at the bears and the wolves and stuff a little bit, and then went back to the KOA. Well, we went to dinner and then went back to the KOA. Then the next morning we got up and went back to the Bear and Wolf Refuge, and then actually went onto the park and drove up, hit Old Faithful, and did the Old Faithful loop, walked around, saw some of those geysers and those little hot pots and stuff. And then we drove across to the other side of Yellowstone, to what they call Canyon Village, and went and saw the Yellowstone Falls, and actually did the hike where you have to hike down the mountain and you get to stand on top of the lower fall. That's bad, dude. That is, I hated the hike. The hike damn near killed me on the way back up, but dude, it was worth it, man. It was sick.
Cool.
And then after that, we just went back into Yellowstone, or West Yellowstone, and looked at a couple of stores, and then went back to the KOA and just kind of hung out, took it easy. Then the next day on the way home, we stopped at Bear World there in Rexburg. And dude, that's cool, bro, because I'd always heard that it was just kind of lame, you know what I mean? And they've got a white elk, the only white elk like that's in captivity and stuff, the only one I've ever even heard of. And you drive through and you see the elk and the buffalo and stuff like that. And then they literally stop you at this gate. I don't know if you've ever been there, but they stop you at this gate and they're like, we need to see your receipt. And so you show them your receipt and stuff. And then they're like, okay, don't roll your windows down, lock your doors, don't get out of your car for any reason like that. The bears and wolves just roam freely in here. So if they're crossing the road or if they're in the middle of the road, slow down for them, don't run them over, but don't ever actually stop and just like sit there and stare at a bear and stuff. So I was like, all right, dude. And Brittany's telling me about, oh yeah, dude, all the bears just walk around here. And I was just like, this is going to be lame. There's going to be like one bear in here, and And so we drive through and we go around the first bend. As we come around the second bend, dude, sure enough, Winnie the Pooh's just walking down the middle of the road, bro. I mean, this bear is just, and it was staggering like it was drunk, bro. It was so funny. And I mean, literally, I could have reached out my window and pet this damn thing. And so I was like, all right, well, that's cool. One bear. And we come around the next curve, and there's just bears everywhere, dude. Just all over the place. Walking around, just doing their thing. And I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. So you drive through that, and we get to this one point, and the car in front of us is stopped, and there's some bears off to the left-hand side that they're taking pictures of and things. And I was like, well, where the hell are these damn wolves? And all of a sudden I turn, and they're sitting right outside our car, 3 of them, just laying there in the grass. And I was just like, holy shit, dude, just chilling like it was nothing. So that was really cool. And then after you drive through, you can go up into the parking lot and park. And then they've got this little petting zoo area. And you can go in and pet goats and pigs and deer. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then on the way back, we stopped at Fort Hall and gambled because I've never done it before.
You've never gambled?
Never in my life had I gambled until then. So we stopped at Fort Hall and we decided, all right, we'll take $20 each. Win, lose, or draw, we'll just walk away. So we both gambled our 20, and we actually got like $6 back. So we made back all of our money plus like $6. So I was like, well, screw it, it was the $6. And so I was like, screw it, let's sit down and gamble a little more. So we lost the $6 and then another like $6 or $7 on top of it. So I mean, we only lost like $7 in all reality, but it wasn't too bad. It was fun.
Well, how's married life?
It's alright, dude. It's the same thing,
I guess
It's legal now, yeah. So we got our marriage certificate and everything already, so that was fast, dude. We got home from our honeymoon. Let's see, we got married Saturday, got home from our honeymoon Tuesday, and the marriage certificate came in the mail Wednesday. So I was pretty surprised.
Cool.
Anyway.
Well, hey, it's the story so far. This is Aaron.
And Matt.
And as you can see, we've been chatting about Matt's honeymoon.
Yeah.
So, tape's been rolling already.
The whole time.
But I want to welcome you guys to the show. If you're seeing this video, you're probably seeing it because we recorded it on my phone, the HTC One, which I'm very happy with as far as that phone goes. But we're also making a secondary video, backup video, because I don't have the internet right now, so we're just trying to get things rolling for our new, I'd have to say our new season of the show. So we've already recorded one show on the camera, and hopefully as soon as I get the internet, we'll get that one posted, and possibly both of them. But hopefully this thing with the phone works out, and we'll have that one posted very quickly. So speaking of the show, we've posted on the Facebook page that we've been trying to get a hold of some bands to interview, and that's actually proven to be pretty difficult right now. I mean, we've talked to a couple of bands and had preliminary talks, and then nothing. So I think they think that they're too good for us, but you know, you got to realize you're just a local band. You're not some big famous act or anything. And I'm not saying that you know, you shouldn't have a air of arrogance about you, but you know, in my opinion, any promotion is good promotion, and I would think that having somebody interview you and have it taped, you know, is just another feather in your cap that you can put onto your website, onto your Facebook page, or what have you.
Gotta start somewhere.
We're still looking for bands to interview, and you know, hopefully we'll have one or two of those sometime soon. So.
Speaking of which, depending on how long this show goes for tonight, they're actually doing some concert down there at the amphitheater in the park, so I might swing by on my way home and check it out. I don't know exactly what it is. We just got one of those, you know, like city weeklies or whatever the hell they are in the news that say what's going on. And I guess there's a free concert tonight at 8 in the park there at the amphitheater.
Oh.
So I might swing by on my way home and stop and check it out, see what it's, you know.
Wish I would have known.
I just found out, so.
Yeah, I would have made plans for that.
Yeah.
So. In other news, Breaking Bad, the last and final season of that has started.
Second half of the last and final season.
True. So I've got that on the DVR. That's getting DVR'd right now. We've still got to go through the first half of the last season and check that out. I got most of the episodes for that on the DVR, but I ended up missing the first one, so I've got to get on Netflix and watch the first one, and then we can go through the rest of them on the DVR.
Just remember the name, man. Just remember the name.
Yeah. So, other than that, Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy are going to be starting soon. I think Sons starts in September.
September 10th.
And then Walking Dead starts in October.
Yeah, it's like the 7th or something weird, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know the dates right at the moment, but I'm looking forward to both of those. We are just about through with season 3, where I think we're
Of Walking Dead?
of Walking Dead. So we've got
What season are we on? 5th? The 5th is starting? Or the
No,
4th is
fourth.
starting? Okay.
4th. So, but yeah, we recorded all of season 3, and then like I say, we're either 2 or 3 episodes from the finish of that. So it's been a good season. You know, it's definitely one that you got to see. You got to catch up on it.
The wife and I got to catch up on both of them, both Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, but it's kind of hard with no TV and no internet.
Yeah. By the way, Brian didn't.
No, I actually got that set up tonight, but he's got to see if he can make a directional one-way antenna or something, because right now the signal's straight from the router, because routers are designed just to, you know, broadcast basically in a small area. And so he's going to see if there's a way he can boost the strength of it, so I'm getting a broader.
Yeah, there is.
I know there is, but he's trying to decide if he can do it with that, or if he's going to build me an even stronger antenna. Like, you remember when he was doing the antennas with the Pringle cans and the Dinty Moore?
Dude, I've got
cans?
one of those.
One of the ones he built, or
no,
one you bought?
I bought one off of the internet.
Really?
So yeah, it came with the thing that you plug into your computer and all that.
Yeah, he
but
was
no,
building those.
there is a cardboard and aluminum foil gimmick that you make, and you can put it right on your router antenna, and it's supposed to boost the signal through your house.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, that's something I'm gonna have to look into.
Definitely. I looked it up online. It's been a while ago, but I saw it, and they give you the instructions on it.
How
So
to do it, huh?
be pretty quick and easy, and something that I would probably give a shot at. So, but anyway, yeah, I gave him my laptop to try and fix, but he didn't have a soldering iron, so and I couldn't find mine, so I don't think that got done.
I have yours, and I told him he could use it as long as he gave it back to you.
No, you got the gun one, though.
Yeah, and he wanted the actual
No, so
iron.
I've got a pin one, but by the time I remembered where it was, it was already too late.
See, and he wanted the pen, and I was like, well, I've got a gun, and he's like, no, I don't want the gun. So I was just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, so
Sorry, the wife's texting me.
that's all right. Anyway, so moving on, I did get a couple of stories for this week. The first one was one that I thought was really odd. Is the United Kingdom is moving to ban phones designed to fit in prisoners' butts. Now, I don't
They
know.
call it keystring, just FYI.
Well, the reason there is a market for it because you try and sneak stuff into prison, you want them to be as small as possible.
Yeah.
And so these phones, they've actually designed them to be as small as a key fob for your vehicle. So the smaller they are, the easier they'll fit in. I mean,
Don't take as much lube, I guess. Right?
But I guess you can actually look them up on eBay. I'm not sure if they're still on eBay, but you can find them for as cheap as $60.
I want one just to say I have one.
I wouldn't, because you don't know if you're buying new or used. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. is far behind on trying to get those banned. But some of the measures they're taking is metal detectors, which I'm pretty sure that prisons have been using already to find things, and then I think a form of X-ray also. So. Another one that I found, which I thought was pretty interesting, was a kid. It was actually a group of kids found a guy's lost phone and then posted a video to his Instagram to let him know that they found it. And what had happened was this guy and his sister or his girlfriend or something were out riding bikes, and they put the phone along with I think his wallet in a Velcro pouch, and that was attached to the bike. And then once they got back to their home, the phone was missing. So
Everything else was still there.
everything else was apparently still there, but by the time they got home, these kids had already found it and posted the video. And then I guess, or it was his girlfriend that was riding with him, and it was his sister that had let him know that, hey, there's already a video about your phone. And so he called his phone, the kids still had it, said, hey, we were at the skate park, we found your phone. And so they made arrangements, and he went to the skate park, and sure enough, they had it. So
I hope he gave them a pretty good reward, man.
hopefully so, because and most people, if they find a phone, they're going to try and go and sell it.
Oh yeah.
So or keep it for themselves. So, and speaking of reward, the other day I was watching the news because my dad was on it, and across the little crawl that they do at the bottom of most newscasts, there was a tidbit about a waiter here in Ogden that got a $5,000 tip. So
For what?
apparently for good service.
Yeah,
So-
real good service.
But yeah, it was. I just thought I didn't. My wife recorded the news because my dad was on it, so that I could see it because I was out of town. But I didn't see any news story on it. It was just in that crawl, so that's all that I have on it. But I need to look it up on the net and see if I can find the actual story for it. So my dad was on the news on Channel 13, the Fox affiliate here in Utah, and he was talking about this trip that he took to New Jersey. And the reason why he went on this trip was because they wanted in a contest to go see the American Idol on tour.
Yeah.
And I got to go and stay in the Trump Hotel and then walk the Atlantic City boardwalk and all that. They had a great time, and he and my mom. And so I came back. The news had him on to talk about it. And I got to say that he seemed a little nervous.
Yeah.
He seemed a little nervous. I was really surprised because they talked about it. Well, when I've talked to him about it, he's really excited about it, and talking a lot about it. But when they talked to him about it, he just gave some really short answers in that. And
really abrupt.
yeah, and he talked about his book. He was able to talk about his book just a little bit, and that book is Where the Blacktop Ends. And so they asked him about it, and he had it in his lap, and he just kind of just pulled it up like this and didn't actually show it to the camera. And just said, because I guess one of the singers sang a song, Where the Blacktop Ends. I've never heard of it. But they sang that song, and so he pulls it up, and he's like, yeah, in my book, Where the Blacktop Ends. And then they asked him to talk about it a little bit. And again, he didn't sell the book as well as I thought that he would have. But he did. They were kind enough to let him talk about his book, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that's way cool.
But he's got his book back online now to be sold again. So, and unfortunately I don't have the address here with me right now. I'll get that and get it posted sometime soon. So, yeah, it was Where the Blacktop Ends. So look it up online. There should be some stuff on it. I have it on Facebook. There's a Facebook page about it. So check into it. Yeah, that's all I've got for this week. Just kind of wanted to keep it a little short.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else?
Don't pet flaming dogs.
Don't pet flaming dogs. Is there a story behind that?
No, it's just tip of the week.
Oh, tip of the week. Oh man, I don't have an iPod here. Dang it! I was gonna do Aaron's iPod, and I
Oh jeez. Aaron's iPod, huh? You are an X96 fan, aren't you?
I do a song of the week.
Still?
Yes.
You didn't last time.
I know, because I forgot it last time too. I forgot to pull it out, and I actually have an old school song for you that I know that you would love. But we'll get to that.
So song of the week, go listen to the song Cassie by the band Flyleaf. It's actually a really cool song. You'll have to check it out.
Have to.
It's all about Columbine back in '99, when that whole ordeal went down.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. I do have one more story.
Listen to this murder.
Sorry.
But yeah, anyway, it's about that, and it's about how they have a group of kids in this room, and they're going around asking each kid, the gunman, do you believe in God? And if you say yes, they killed you. And this girl, Cassie, although she'd watched, quite a few of her classmates get gunned down, still when they came to her and they asked her, do you believe in God? She held to her convictions and said, yes, I do. And they killed her, but there's a book out there about her and about her story. And I guess, I don't know if it's like journal logs that were kept or if it's somebody else's perspective of her. I don't know how the book was written exactly. I haven't read it. My wife has. But yeah, this band Flyleaf took that and then turned it into a song. So that's Song of the Week, Cassie by Flyleaf. It's a really good song. So now.
Cool. Well, anyway, speaking of Columbine, even since then we've had tons of shootings and that.
Oh yeah.
Just in the news today, they mentioned there was a guy that went into a school in Georgia, fully loaded, had tons of weapons on him, had 500 rounds, did not kill anybody because a brave staffer stopped him.
Good.
So I thought that was really cool. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's really cool that people are not cowering down to these fools and actually standing up to them.
Yeah, don't be afraid. I mean, really, don't get me wrong. It's scary to have a gun in your face, let alone a whole arsenal on one body. But if it's going to be your life to save dozens of others, man, why not? You know what I mean?
And who's to say that you're going to die?
Yeah,
really.
really.
Look at this person. They
Didn't
stopped
die.
the guy and they did not die themselves. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was killed.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really awesome.
That's heroism right there.
It is.
It's good.
Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this show. We're kind of keeping it short on this one, but we want to get some stuff back out there because we want to let you guys know that the show has not stopped. We just into a new season, and
Like
again,
Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
exactly. Again, we want to welcome Matt back. So
How's
definitely-
Steven doing, by the way?
He's doing okay. So And he's not gone from the show, by the way. Just letting you guys.
He's just on hiatus. I take plenty of those.
But yeah, he's doing all right. So he's having troubles of his own as far as vehicular troubles and that.
Oh, hey,
But
yeah, I know how that goes.
yeah, so anyway, I think that's going to be a show for this week. So I think we'll catch you guys next week. We'll definitely remember the iPod and have a few more stories for you. This has been Aaron.
And Matt.
We'll catch you next time.
Peace. My kid lost my cat.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude? What made you guys decide to get a cat?